Hi, I'm Colin Johnson. I'm applying for the infomercial sales position.
Nice to meet you.
There's my resume.
Okay, and we'll get started with the questions. Okay, I'm going to start with these few questions. I would first like to know, what are your strengths?
I'm a very hard worker and very determined, and I'm very good at keeping things in the right place and doing things in a timely manner.
Okay. Now, what are your weaknesses?
Sometimes I can get a little too precise about something and worry too much about it, try to make sure it's perfect and spend too much time on it.
Okay. How do you react to criticism?
Usually pretty well. I try to take in what's told to me and then apply it to my life if possible.
Now, what are two of the biggest problems you've encountered at your job, and how do you overcome them?
I would probably say lazy people and just people that don't do their job or don't do their job in an efficient time. And the best way to overcome that is to either encouragefully talk to them about it or talk to a manager about it and see if there's something they could do.
Okay. How would your current or job or last boss describe you?
Probably describe me as a very hard worker who is always nice to customers and as helpful as possible.
Now, what's your opinion on your boss?
She's a very helpful person, great with customers, great with customer service, and helping other employees to figure out what they need to do, best way to do it, and that kind of thing.
How do you perform under deadlines and pressure? Please give me an example.
Usually very well. I've had times where I had to get through a certain amount of shipment or through a certain amount of things put away before a certain time, and I just put on some music if possible and just hammer through it and do it as quick as possible.
Have you ever had employees, and if so, have they lived up to your expectations?
I have not.
What type of performance problems have you encountered in people who report to you, and how did you motivate them to improve?
I haven't had any employees of myself, so that's not really applicable.
Okay. What were your boss's responsibilities?
My boss's responsibilities are hiring new employees, trying to maintain a positive workforce, and keeping people motivated and on task.
Okay. How would your coworkers describe you professionally?
Probably as a very helpful person, someone that's always willing to go the extra mile if needed, and someone that's hardworking.
Why do you want to leave your present employer?
I just feel it's time for me to move on from that position. I think I've done everything I can do there to better myself, and I think it's time for me to move on to something bigger and better for myself.
Now, what is your most important contribution to your last employer?
Probably my different perspective than a lot of the other people. I just see things in a different way than they did, and that allows us to bounce ideas off each other and work through problems.
Describe a typical day at your present job.
Usually we get there anytime from 11 to 1, and we take a few minutes to get everything ready and assess our work. And then we just start working, and as soon as we're done, we get out of there.
Okay. Now, give me an example of a risk that you took at your job, and how did it turn out?
So one time we had a lot of shipment, but we did not have enough sensors to deal with all of it. So we just we censored the very important things, and the other things we just kind of put away. And the manager actually thanked us for that later.
Okay. What are two of the biggest problems you've encountered at the job, and how did you overcome these?
Probably just lazy people, and that has been overcome by talking to managers and talking to other people about it. And then the other problem would be rude customers, and that's really not something you can overcome. You just have to deal with.
Now, describe a conflict or disagreement at work in which you were involved in.
A actually haven't been in any major disagreements besides just a little misunderstanding here and there. So I try to not get on or not make anyone mad, and try not to get mad at anyone either.
Okay, now tell me about your accomplishments.
I've been working there for a year, and over this year I have done many different things, from doing a very large amount of shipment myself to working well with others, and just doing anything that's asked of me.
Let's see. Now, why do you want to work for us?
I think I would be an asset for your company and could really help what you have going here, and I think that you could also help me grow as a person.
Now, what is a book you have read recently?
I recently finished reading Lord of the Rings for the second time.
Okay. And can you tell me what you see yourself doing in the next 5 years from now?
In the next 5 years, hopefully I'll be working in a machine shop, making guitars or firearms.
I asked you, why do you want to work for us?
Yes.
Okay. I think that finishes all of our questions.
All right. Thank you for your time.
It was nice to meet you.
You too.